Hey guys, it's Emily here from Bold and Badass Fitness. I wanted to make a video for you today based on a challenge that I was issued. My friend Sarah recently made a video of 5 things that we don't know about her. She was saying how a lot of her Facebook friends and a lot of the people that she's connected with on the internet don't actually know her in real life, and so she wanted to make a video to share a few things about her life. And at the end of it, she challenged me and a few other people to make a similar video, and I thought, hey, why don't I do that? So today I'm going to share with you 5 things you probably don't know about me, and maybe some people who've known me for a while will be able to check a few off the list, but I think possibly no one will be able to check all these off the list. So let's start with the first one, which is my first job. So my first job hey Sarah, if you're watching, yay! My first job when I was 14 years old. I ran out and got a job the summer before high school, as soon as I was old enough to work. And in Alaska, 14 is the age at which you can work. I went straight to the library. I actually applied for jobs all over town. I lived in a tiny town, and so there weren't that many jobs available. Applied for jobs all over town. And I finally got to Kettleson Memorial Library, which is the public library in my hometown. And they gave me a job after I interviewed with Cheryl Pearson, and she asked me about the last book I had read, and I had read like 5 that month because I was hugely into books. All the way, I'm still very into books, but I was very, very into books even when I was a kid. So at 14, I got my first job at the library. I actually ended up spending 8 years working in libraries. I worked in community libraries, public libraries. I worked in an elementary school library, a college library, and I actually thought by the time I was in college or by the time I was heading to college, that what I'd probably do was get a undergraduate degree in chemistry and then go to library school, which luckily I did not do. But that was how I kind of got my start. So fact number 1, I had my first job in a library. Fact number 2, I was a mini goth when I was in high school. I was very depressed, and I had purple hair. I was a purple-haired intellectual, and I used to wear black clothing all the time and listen to angry music like, what did I listen to in high school? God, I don't even know. Metallica and The Cure and Megadeth and God knows what else. I had really bad taste, but I think something a lot of people who know me now may not realize is that I was not always a super positive person. I was not always into meditation and personal development and gratitude and all these things. I used to be kind of a depressed asshole. So any pictures from me from before, maybe 10 years, pictures from like 10 years ago or so will all have me with multiple chains around my neck. I used to wear a dog collar and shit like that. I was such a little jerk. But luckily my parents and teachers put up with me, and I made it to adulthood. Yay! Fact number 2, that was fact number 2. Fact number 3 that a lot of people don't know about me, who know me now, is that when I was in college, I was a religion major, and I majored in, I actually majored in religion in general, kind of comparative religion, so that's the academic study of religion, not the same thing as theology, which is when you go to school to be a minister or a priest. I did not study theology, but I studied other people's perceptions of their religion, so a very anthropological perspective, and I actually wrote a thesis. I wrote a book. It's in a library. You can borrow it and read it if you ever get a hankering to learn more about adult Jewish education. So I wrote my thesis on the adult, yeah, you knew that one. I wrote my thesis on the Florence Melton Adult Mini Schools, which is an international nonprofit that does outreach to adult Jews who identify anywhere along the spectrum of Judaism, and teaches them about their culture and history. And I looked at that school as a potential way to combat the phenomena of the crisis of continuity in Judaism, which is it's an issue in a lot of religions, that people are just flocking out of religion. Young people are more and more unlikely to identify as religious, and so this institution tries to bring people back into the fold. I looked at how that plays out specifically in a Jewish context, because Judaism is a little more complicated than other religions and how you can identify, but that's getting a little into it. I could nerd out. So there's the thing many people don't know about me. I could totally nerd out about Jewish education for hours. If you ever want to talk about it, pull me aside, and it will be awesome. Another thing that many people don't know about me, what am I on now, number 4? We're on number 4. Another thing many people don't know about me is that I've been in more than one car accident, including a rollover on the highway that was pretty bad. Broke all the windows, popped all of our tires. my mom was moderately injured. I was luckily fine, although they put me on one of those, you know, things that those things that keeps your back from moving if they think it might be broken. Luckily, my back was not broken, but we rolled through 3 lanes of highway traffic. That was in, God, I think that was in 2000, so it was a long time ago. I was a kid at the time. And my mom likes to tell how I was I was reading a book about time travel or something, not time travel, but something like that. God, I don't know. I was reading a book about something like that. And we ended up spinning. And anyways, it was really lucky that I was laid back in the car reading because that probably saved my life. So I was in that, and I also fell out of a car once while on the highway while it was moving at 50 or 60 miles an hour at least. I opened the door by accident and fell out, which is a crazy thing to have happen. Luckily, my aunt is a nurse, and she took care of me, and I was totally fine. But all of that is probably slightly related to this other sort of tangential fact, which is that I didn't have a driver's license. Well, I had a driver's license in high school for like a year or two, but I let it expire for about 8 years, and I didn't have a license again until I was 26 years old. So that was just a few years ago. I got a license again. So if you see me on the street, you should probably go somewhere else. Kidding. All right, so that's fact number 4. Fact number 5, the last one I'm going to add to this, is that not everything I consume is about personal development and motivation and fitness and all that. My whole life is not just do, be more. And I know that I maybe give that impression sometimes to a lot of people, even who know me in person, that all I do is study. But in fact, I really like to watch comedies. I like to watch cooking shows. I like to watch crappy reality TV sometimes, like So You Think You Can Dance and stuff like that. I find that really amusing. And I also really enjoy watching rock operas and musicals and stuff like that. One of my favorite movies growing up was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've seen it probably hundreds of times. I've seen it more than 22 times in person at the Clinton Street Theater, which has the longest continuously running shadowcast to the Rocky show. So I've been to their midnight showing more than 22 times. I know, that's really crazy and silly, but that's who I used to be. So those are 5 things you may not know about me. I'm sure there are many other things out there that could be on this list, but I chose those 5. I would love to see videos from a few other people if you want to make a 5 things that I don't know about you or that all of us don't know about you. And I just want to call out a few of the people who are watching because I think it would be really cool to see Danielle Cassidy make a video like this, to see Emily Corso make a video. Allie, I love you, cuz. I would love to learn a little more about you. And I see that Sarah Morris is watching, and I wonder if we could get a video from her, maybe with the bird in it. You 3 at least, many others as well. I would love to learn more about you. That's all I've got for today. I know we've got more videos coming up that I promised you on body positivity. I know we need to make some more fitness and nutrition videos, so if there are things you want to see or hear about, as always, shoot me a message and let me know, and I'll get around to those soon. Hope you guys are having a great Friday evening. I'm about to go teach a workout. We're going to kick some butt and then move into the weekend. I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye.